Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing with you guys my 2019 high-end beauty favorites. I already did my 2019 drugstore beauty favorites. If you guys missed that video, I will list the link right up here in the eye. So I have this huge bucket full of all of my favorite high-end products here. I have foundations, concealers, like everything. I'm going to try to go through these pretty quickly so that we don't stay here all day and this video isn't like 2 years long. That's why I split the videos into two. So if I seem like I'm going through these products very quickly, it's because I don't want this video to be super long. If you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you guys are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell button so you always get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, enough chatting, let's jump right in. All right, so let's start off with foundations. So the first foundation I want to mention is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This foundation, I literally wore every single day for a while. It's so beautiful, looks skin-like, and it just, anytime I wear this, I get so many compliments on my skin. It just really makes my skin look better. It's not matte, it's just a medium to full coverage foundation that is just very skin-like. It lasts really nice on the skin. It gives really good coverage if you have any hyperpigmentation or acne, and from this foundation doesn't like emphasize fine lines. It doesn't make your acne look worse. It doesn't break me out. I love this foundation. It's one of my favorites. The next foundation I want to talk about is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I picked this up because Tati Beauty recommended it. I'm in the shade 3.2. I love wearing this foundation in the summertime. It is a matte foundation, super full coverage. You do not need to use a lot of this foundation. It's just so good at covering up any imperfections, and I love this because it doesn't settle into fine lines and wrinkles. Now, if you are drier, this foundation may look kind of cakey on you and might cling to dry patches, so keep that in mind. If you're super dry, you might not like this, but I have more normal to combination skin. I tend to be on more of the oily side, and this just works so well. Like I said, in the summertime, it keeps my oil at bay. I don't look super greasy at the end of the day, and it just stays in place. It doesn't settle into my fine lines. It lasts all day without budging, and it's just really great. I can't say enough good things about it. Great summer and all year round foundation. I love this. The next foundation I want to talk about is from Bareminerals. These are the Bareminerals Complexion Rescue Hydrating Foundation Sticks. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. Bareminerals did send these to me, but I love them. Bareminerals has come out with so many amazing products recently, but these are phenomenal. I have the shades Spice, Chestnut, and Desert. I like using these in the summertime. It doesn't feel like you have a lot on your face, which is really nice. I like them because they're quick and efficient. I have three different shades, so I will apply one as my base, one as my contour, one as my concealer. It gives great coverage. Again, it doesn't feel like you have anything on your face, and Bareminerals has really good ingredients, so if you have acne-prone skin or problematic skin, sensitive skin, it's going to be a really good foundation for you. And I love the convenience of a foundation stick. This is so great. Now, the next one I want to talk about is one of my all-time favorite products just in general, and it is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. I absolutely love this product. It makes my skin look so good, and it's such a all-in-one product. It has SPF 50 in it. It's a full coverage moisturizer, so if I'm just trying to run out the door, I will apply this, and it's my sunscreen, my moisturizer, and my full coverage foundation all in one. It's such a great product, and I love mixing this in with other foundations because of the SPF element. The sun is aging you, so definitely wear SPF before you go outside. Every day I wear SPF, and it helps with my hyperpigmentation so much, and this is just an all-in-one. I like to not think about it when I leave the house. It's just an all-in-one product and so beautiful, and this is in the shade Rich. This isn't my shade at the moment. I actually need to pick up the shade Tan, so I'm probably going to go to Ulta and pick up that shade. The next product I want to talk about is another foundation that I loved in the summertime, and it is the Makeup Forever HD Matte Velvet Skin 24-Hour Foundation, and I am in the shade Y445. This stuff is great. It is full coverage, long lasting, and it's very matte. So I like wearing this as like stage makeup. It works really great for like long, hot summer days. If you're going to like a barbecue and you need something that's not going to melt off and make you look cakey, definitely pick up this foundation. It's really great, lasts all day, and it looks really flawless on the face. The next foundation I want to talk about is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter Hydrating hydrating, long-wearing foundation. This product is absolutely beautiful in photography. If I can recommend any of these foundations for photos specifically, it is this one right here. I don't know what Fenty Beauty does with their foundations that makes them photograph so beautifully. Like, no foundation photographs better than Fenty foundations for me. They just look so beautiful. So if you guys are looking for a good like special occasion foundation, if you guys are looking for a product that's going to look amazing on film, flash photography, regular photography, like outdoors, indoors, like this is the foundation for you. And I am in the shade 320 currently, and I'm in the summer, I am 350. Love this. Now the next foundation I want to talk about is from Beauty Blender, and I am obsessed with the Beauty Blender foundation. I know Beauty Blender had a lot of issues with its shade ranges, but I feel like now they've come out with a lot of new shades. They were off to a rocky start. I was really unimpressed with how they came out with just 50 Shades of Beige. It seemed to be a trend there for a while, but I feel like their shade selection looks more balanced now. Let me know your thoughts about that down in the comment section, but I love this foundation. I am in the shade 4. I love this foundation. I've never found a foundation that's a better match for my skin tone ever in life. I love the packaging. I think it's so cool that you just pump it on there, you use the Beauty Blender, you pounce it around, you put it on your face. Super simple, and I like that you don't have to like put it on your hand or do anything like that, and it's also like a good mixing palette. So if you want to put in like any illuminating drops or like a primer or sheer it out with a moisturizer, you can just put them on here, mix them around, and apply them to the face. And this product is such a good shade match. Check out my Instagram if you want to see this in action. It's just such a beautiful foundation. I wasn't really sure if I was going to mention this, but this is a foundation that I was recently sent from Urban Decay, and it is the Naked Skin Foundation. But let me tell you, I wore this a few times, and it is just beautiful on the skin. I don't know what they did to it, but it is just, it feels so light on the skin. It's not like a heavy foundation at all. It's very light. Like, this would be a really good foundation for every day. But the way my skin looked when I applied this, I was just like, wow, I could not stop staring at my skin. It looked so beautiful. So I wanted to have this as an honorary mention. It's a beautiful formula. Now, when it comes to powder foundations, I'm sure you guys already know what I'm going to mention. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is just the best powder foundation I have ever used. I like using powder foundations to set my liquid foundation because it gives me additional coverage in the areas that I need it, especially like around my cheeks. But this is beautiful just by itself. Anytime I've used like a powder foundation just by itself, it clings to dry patches, and my face always just looks kind of uneven and dirty almost. I don't know if that's just me, but powder foundations just don't work. They don't give me the coverage that I need. I always look dry. I look old and aged. This does not do that. I love wearing this by itself. I love wearing it by itself on top of makeup. I recently picked up another one because I hit pan on this because I love it just that much. Like, I love this. And the next powder foundation I want to mention is the Benefit Hello Flawless Powder. I love this. This foundation is beautiful for setting your liquid foundation. I really love it for building up coverage in areas that I need it. It's really good to set foundation. It doesn't like look cakey, or it doesn't cause my foundation to crease. I love it. Such a beautiful formula, such a beautiful product, and I go through these like you would not believe. Now that we went through the foundation powders, I am going to move into face powders. I think that that's a good segue. And I am going to first start out with the Ride or Die product that is always in my favorites video, and it is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This will always be a Ride or Die product for me. It's just such a good powder. It never lets me down, no flashback. I have said so many good things about this. The next one I want to talk about is the Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. I love this, but it's kind of hard to work with at first. I really don't like this for baking just by itself because I feel like it dries out my under eyes. I really like this mixing it in with my Laura Mercier because of the pigment in this. This mixed with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder is just, it is the best combination. I love this powder because the banana shade and the pigment in it, it just always on camera, in pictures, and just in real life, it just makes my under eyes look so bright and alive. But like I said, if you use this like Huda recommends you use it, like just baking and packing it on underneath your eyes, that technique is not for everybody. Like for me, when I did that, I used the concealer and the powder and it just made me look like 10, 20 years older than I actually am. The Huda Beauty products are great, but some of them have like kind of like a learning curve. But if you mix this in or use a light hand with it, it is a beautiful powder. Now the next powder that I want to mention is the Milk Makeup. This is the Blur and Set powder. I love this for an all over face set. This is really great. I have it in the shade Translucent Medium, and I will just apply it all over my face to just give me a matte canvas before I go in with bronzer and blush, and it just does a really good job of setting my foundation and keeping my foundation matte and set all day. Now, the next two powders I want to mention are from Charlotte Tilbury. These powders are so beautiful, but so expensive. Oh my gosh, they're so expensive. I have the shade 2 and the shade 3. 2 I love for applying underneath my eyes if I need additional brightness, or just to use this to set underneath my eyes by itself. It's Flawless. I use it sparingly. It's so finely milled. You do go through this very quickly and it is very expensive, but I mean the quality and just the way that it looks on your skin, it is just unlike any other powder. It is just so beautiful. It just makes you look airbrushed, exactly what it says. It just makes you look airbrushed. And oh my gosh, I hit pan. I've hit pan on my shade number 3. Such a beautiful shade. I love using this powder to set my whole face. It just makes me look so airbrushed and beautiful and does a really good job of setting my foundation without making me look cakey or creasy. It's just phenomenal. The next powder I want to talk about is from Laura Mercier, and this is the Candlelight Glow powder. I love this powder. I always have to have this in my bag because it just makes my skin look so beautiful. I love using this as kind of like a bronzer for my everyday foundation, or I will apply all of my foundation, my blush, my highlight, my contour, all of it, and I will go over my face with this and kind of buff it in, and it just is a really great finishing powder. It makes you look so glowy and more skin-like. It just brings the life back to your skin when you use it. It's such a beautiful powder, and like I said, I always have to have it with me. It's so great. Now I'm going to talk about concealers, and I have 4 concealers here. The first concealer is the Nars Soft Matte Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Biscuit. Oh my gosh. I was really, really late to this train. This isn't new in 2019, but it's new to me. I picked it up because everyone's been talking about it for like years and I've never tried it. This is absolutely amazing. I love this for every day. I will just throw this in my bag. If I'm running late for work, I will just apply this in the car. It just works so well. It does a great job of covering my under eye bags, and it doesn't crease even if I don't set it. So if I just apply this underneath my eyes, it's going to stay put all day. I love that. It's very convenient, full coverage, does a great job of spot concealing and covering underneath my eyes. Love this concealer. And then we have the Benefit Boi-ing I don't know why I can't say that. Cakeless Concealer. I am in the shade number 7. I love this concealer. You don't need a lot. You can just put 2 dots underneath your eyes, blend it out. This looks good without setting it. And when you do set it, it's just a really beautiful concealer, very full coverage. All of these concealers that I'm mentioning are very full coverage and do a really great job of covering up my hollow under eyes without making me look gray because the darkness is still peeking through. I love this. It doesn't crease. It does everything that it says. It's a really great concealer. The next one is the Huda Beauty Overachiever Concealer, and this is in the shade Granola. I love this for like a glam look, and I love mixing this in with other foundations because it's so full coverage, and the color, it just does a really good job of brightening underneath your eyes. I feel like Huda Beauty really gets the brightening. She does a really good job with that. It doesn't crease if you know how to use it. If you use a light hand with this, if you use it with the correct powders, it can be a beautiful concealer, and it definitely mixes well with other foundations and concealers to give additional coverage. So I really, really like this. And then the next one is not a shock to anybody, and it is the Too Faced Born This Way. This is the Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I love this. This is like my ride or die concealer. I love it because it does a really good job of covering underneath my eyes. It doesn't crease on me. It never fails me ever. And I love the fact that it has hyaluronic acid in it. It doesn't dry out my under eyes. Sometimes concealers that I put underneath my eyes, they will just dry out my under eyes so bad that I'm just like, I don't want to look older than I actually am, you know? So I really like this. It has never failed me. This is my go-to everyday concealer. I actually need to get another one because this one's getting really old and gross. Number 1 concealer of 2019. The first blush I want to talk about is the Laura Mercier. This is the blush color Infusion in Pomegranate. I love this. This is my go-to everyday blush. It's just such a beautiful color. It lasts all day, and sometimes blush that you apply, it doesn't stay on your face very long. I feel like blush is the first thing to go, but this just looks beautiful on the cheeks. It's a beautiful color and it lasts a long time. I really like it. And then I also love the Bareminerals Bounce and Blur blushes. These look beautiful on the skin, and the shades that I have here are Mauve Sunrise and Blurred Buff, but I have 2 other shades. I'm not really sure where they are at the moment, but these are beautiful on the cheeks. They are creamy, but you can put them on top of powder and it doesn't like disturb the powder or look cakey. These are just beautiful. The formulation is amazing. Like I said, Bareminerals has been coming out with some amazing products. I'm going to talk about contour. Now, the contour that I've really loved from that's high end is the Huda Beauty. This is the Tantour Contour and Bronze Cream, and I'm in the shade medium. I also have the shade tan, but this is really nice, easy to work with. The one thing I can say about this is don't use the brush that she recommends with it. I don't know if I just got a dud, but it was horrible. It did not work very well at all, and I really regret purchasing it. It is a great formulation, looks beautiful on the skin, and it's just, yeah, it really got me back into contouring. I've really been liking this. And then the other contour that I've been loving is the KKW contour sticks. Now, I actually like the contour stick itself. I do not use the highlight shade, so I wouldn't recommend like buying the combo, but I love the contour sticks. It's just so convenient. The color is amazing, and I love how slim they are. It's just, these are beautiful. Beautiful formulation. They look beautiful on the skin. This product is absolutely amazing. And I'm in the shade Dark 1 and Dark 2 in the contour. Oh, another blush that I forgot to mention is the Buxom blush. This is the Wanderlust Prime Infused Blush. These look absolutely amazing. I love using these on brides because they just look like a flushed, highlighted cheek. It's just so beautiful. I love this shade Wanderlust. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. It's like shimmery, but not too shimmery. It just makes you look like you have a plump, supple, like kissable cheek. It just is beautiful. I love it. The next 2 products are highlights, and the first one is the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm. This is the Beauty Light Wand in the shade Glowgasm. This is absolutely beautiful. I love wearing this like every day. I will apply my blush, bronzer, and cream contour, and then I will apply this, and it just makes the skin look so radiant and beautiful and glowy, and it's very easy to work with. I've applied this on top of foundation, but I personally would recommend applying it underneath your foundation and then applying your powders on top. It has like a lit from within look. It's just so beautiful. I love this. And the next one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Resi highlighter. I love this. I always constantly reach for it. It's such a beautiful shade, and I think they actually recently came back with I think they recently relaunched it. It's such a beautiful highlight. If you have not picked it up, you definitely should. It's beautiful. Now, I need to talk about the Hula bronzer. The Hula bronzer, the original, is great for like a freelance kit. They recently expanded their line to fit a wide range of skin tones, which I think is absolutely amazing. And they came out with the Hula Caramel and the Hula Dark. There's like a darker shade after the caramel. I can't remember the name specifically, but this one is absolutely beautiful. I love this for a bronzer. It's a beautiful color. This is like the type of color that I lean towards. It looks beautiful in the summertime or in the winter. It's not like too intense. It just gives a beautiful warmth to the face. It's such a beautiful bronzer. And the next bronzer that I have to mention is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Sun Stalker bronzer. Oh my gosh, this is like my favorite bronzer of the whole entire year. It is absolutely amazing. I've almost hit pan on it. You can like see the pan through it. I've gone through this so much this year, and I'm in the shade Cocoa Naughty. This is just such a beautiful beautiful bronzer, warms up the skin. It just looks beautiful on the face. The next one is an eye base, and I have to mention the MAC. This is the Soft Ochre Prolong Paintpot. I used to love this a few years ago, and then I stopped using it, and I fell in love with it again this year. It is such a beautiful, beautiful primer, and it just helps your eyeshadow apply better, last longer. It's just such a beautiful eye primer. The next eye product is from Charlotte Tilbury, and these are the Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadows. As you can see, I've made a huge dent in this because I absolutely love it. It is such a beautiful, just everyday eye color. It's so easy to pop on. I just dip my finger in there, like blend it out all over my eyes, and my eyes just look awake and beautiful. It gives me a nice dimension, and it's just really great to just wear by itself or layer on top of shadow. It is such a beautiful, beautiful color. I've talked about this so many times. The next products I need to talk about are brows, and the first one is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. This product just hit it out of the park for me this year. I cannot stop using this. This is my go-to brow product. If I do not have one of these on hand at all time, I immediately need to go to the store and repurchase more. This is such a beautiful pencil. I'm in the shade 5. It just works so well. I don't know what it is about this pencil, but it just makes my brows look so beautiful, bushy, defined, everything that I've ever wanted in a pencil, this pencil had for me, and blew my socks off this year. So amazing. And then the other one I have to mention is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Brow MVP Ultra Fine Brow Pencil, and I have it in the shade Black Brown. This is so ultra fine. I have it on my brows today. It does a really good job of sculpting your brows because it's so fine and easy to work with. I'd say that this is really fast, quick, and easy, whereas the Precisely My Brow is definitely my favorite, but this is really easy to apply in a hurry, and I absolutely love this brush tip. I wish that all brow pencils came with this little brush. It's so amazing. I've seen people use this to sculpt and to brush the brows. I personally use it to brush the brows. I love it. It just makes your brows look amazing. And for brow gel, my favorite is the Gimme Brow Plus. I love this. This is in the color 6. I wear this alone or with a brow pencil, and it just gives my brows new life. It gives them extra fibers. It gives them more color. It just looks beautiful. I'll apply it to my brows now just so you can see. It holds them in place, but also gives them it gives them volume, which I love. And my favorite mascara for the year was the Bad Gal Bang mascara. This mascara I love it. I love it. I always go back to this mascara. It makes my lashes look exactly how I want them to. It makes them look long and full, but more long. I don't want spidery lashes, but I need my lashes to look super long and fluttery, and I love this. The primers that I loved this year that just blew me away are the Farsali Skin Tune Blur. Jackie Ina recommended this. You guys have heard me talk about this a million times. It just this is the best primer of the year for me. The next one is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is absolutely beautiful. I love really working this around my nose and around areas that I tend to have more pores. It just gives you the most flawless base, and it really does fill in any areas. I have a pock mark on my forehead, and if I work that in there, it just gives me a smooth canvas. It's just a great product. My favorite eyeliner for the year is the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. I have it in Cause I'm Black. This is amazing. The best eyeliner that I have used this year. Actually, I took it to travel with, the top fell off and it dried out, and I was heartbroken, and then I immediately went out and bought another one because I love it that much. But now I'm paranoid, so I always just keep it in the box to keep it from falling out. It just protects it and keeps the top from popping off. I haven't had a problem with it since. It is such an amazing product. It looks so beautiful. It's so easy to achieve, that nice cat eye. And I usually don't like felt tip liners, but this one just really blew me out of the water. It's such a great product. Now I'm going to move into palettes. So I have 4 palettes to talk about. The first 2 palettes that I want to mention are the Soft Glam palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is just a palette that I constantly reach for. It looks beautiful on every skin tone. It looks beautiful on brides. It looks beautiful on deeper skin tones. It's just such a versatile palette with so many amazing shades. I mean, you can do so much with this palette. It really is so versatile and great for every day. If you're looking for a palette that you can get a lot of use out of, this one is definitely one that I use time and time again and that always looks amazing. The second one is the Jackie Aina palette. I love this palette so much. I love this palette because of the diverse range of shades. I feel like you can do so much with this palette. This is a great vacation palette. You can do so much with this. I love this palette. I love Jackie Aina. This one was one of my favorites this year. And then I have to mention the Huda Beauty. These are the Nude Obsessions palettes. I love these. I love these, love these, love these. These are amazing. I love the color ranges. I feel like I've been stepping out of my comfort zone with the colors that I've been choosing to wear on my eyes. I love these. I have them in the shade Rich and just the shade Medium. These are so pigmented, so beautiful on the eyes, and great for every day. Now on to setting sprays. I have to mention the MAC Prep and Prime setting spray. This is the Fix Plus in Cherry Blossom. Once you apply all of your products, you spray your face down with this, and this is just going to make everything melt together seamlessly. You're not going to look like you're super powdery or anything. It's just going to melt and fix all that and make you look so skin-like. So I've recently rediscovered this. It is such a good product. I don't know why I stopped using this. I mean, this is just phenomenal. I use this every single day. Every day I apply makeup, I use this before I go in with a true setting spray. And the setting spray that I love is the Urban Decay All Nighter. It's still the one that I always reach for. I always reach for this because it never lets me down. It keeps my makeup on all day. It just looks beautiful on the skin. I love it. And actually, they just recently came out with the Urban Decay Ultra Matte Primer Spray, which I used today. So I'm excited to try this out. But the Urban Decay, just the original all-nighter, is my absolute fave. I also recently discovered this year the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Matte. Love this. It's well used. So there is kind of a learning curve with this product. You have to make sure that you shake it really, really well and you hold it very far away from your face, or else you can get kind of like white splotches. But if you learn how to use this correctly, it will look beautiful. And if you haven't really gotten the hang of that, you can always use like a Fix Plus on top. Saturate your face and then use a few spritz of this on top just to kind of melt it in. I like using these two together. They work really well together, but it works really great at keeping you matte. And then the other one that I have to mention is the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I love this. This looks so beautiful on the skin. If you used like a foundation and a powder and your face just feels really tight and matte, use a few sprays of this and your face will feel like new. It can make you look a little greasy if you overdo it, so only use a few sprays, but this is very similar to like the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist, which you guys know I love. It looks beautiful on the skin, and as you can see, I've used it so much. Now, the Laura Mercier eye creams, these are the Caviar Stick Eye Colors, are absolutely amazing. I love these for every day. I have these in so many different colors. Laura Mercier sent these to me, and these were like something that I recently discovered this year. They just look so beautiful. They apply really well. Like you can apply them with your fingers. They're good for on the go. Just throw this in your bag, and you can constantly have like an eye color. If you're one of those people that just likes to apply their makeup in the car like me sometimes, these are amazing. They last all day. They just look beautiful on the eyes. Now I'm going to move on to lips, and I'm just going to burn through this because this video has been long enough. So the lips, I'm going to start with glosses. The first gloss I want to mention is the Charlotte Tilbury gloss in Peachy Plump. I love these. These are like plumping glosses. It looks so good on top of any lipstick, and it just has the most beautiful reflex. It does a really good job of plumping your lips without like overstimulating your lips. Like some of those plumpers do. It's just such a good gloss. The next one I want to mention is the Laura Mercier gloss. This is in the shade Opal. I love this gloss. Beautiful color. It looks beautiful layered on any lipstick as well as by itself. It's just a beautiful gloss. I always reach for this. So beautiful. The next one you guys aren't going to be surprised by. It's the Fenty gloss in Gloss Bomb. This is such a beautiful gloss. It just looks good on everybody. It gives so much dimension to your lips, makes them look so juicy. It's not sticky. I love this gloss. Now this one is like one of my all-time favorite lip products in general, and it is the Buxom Power Plump Lip Balm, and this is in the shade Glowing. I love this. It is so, my lips just look amazing. I'll link a video up here that I used it in. It is just such a beautiful lip product. I absolutely love it. Now, the next product that I have to mention is from KKW Beauty, and the first one I want to mention is the lipstick. KKW Beauty lipsticks are so beautiful. They are just such a creamy, hydrating formula, and they last and look really well on my lips. This nude line specifically, she killed it. I really am not a fan of this packaging. It just looks so cheap to me, and I hate the fact that like the gross outline of like the tube you can see with the lid on. I'm really not a fan of it. It just looks like play makeup, but the product itself will make me overlook the packaging any day. It's just such a good color. These nudes, I mean, this is my go-to lipstick at all times. I always have to have this in my bag ever since I purchased it. I hadn't purchased anything from KKW Beauty until they came to Ulta, and I went and swatched them. I got them home. I was like, okay, I'll give them a try. Love this lipstick, and I am in the shade 5 Nude. It's just my go-to lip color. I feel like my lips just transform between the lipstick and the lip liners. These lip liners have pretty much replaced all of my other lip liners at the moment. I have it in the shade 1.5 and 2.5. They are just so good. First of all, the formulation of these lip liners is so creamy and smooth. They just glide on the lips. Like there's no tugging, there's no nothing. You just like glide these babies on your lips. They are just so beautiful, and they're such a good like nude shade. I'd apply these if I didn't have gloss on, but usually I'd be wearing these. They just make your lips look so plump, and it's just the perfect nude. Like the perfect nude. This is my perfect nude combination. This right here. I always reach for it. And the last one that I have to mention is MAC Spice Lip Liner. I always have to have this with me. This lip liner never lets me down. It's such a good lip liner. I've been using this for years, and I still to this day use this all the time. It is just such a good color. I love it. And the MAC lipstick that I've been reaching for this year is MAC Taupe. It's such a beautiful, just like nudie, everyday shade. It just looks beautiful, which this is the type of color I always reach for. It just looks beautiful, and I love MAC lipsticks. So I was going to include some curly hair products, but I think I'm going to do an additional video of my updated curly hair favorites. If you guys are excited for that video, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what your 2019 favorites were down in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys. You guys give me great ideas on what products to add to my list to purchase next. I love hearing from you guys. I can always trust you guys to give me good recommendations. So definitely let me know down in the comment section what your 2019 beauty favorites were. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss the new video, and don't forget to turn the bell on so you always get notified. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.
Down for the long run now. Red Corvette and my drop top down. Calling up my